And so we begin with our first song. On your prayer card, opening hymn, and we will stand. And you can be seated. And our invocation, thank you, Creator Source, for bringing us all together. As we come together, we open our hearts in gratitude for this space and this opportunity for friendship and our connection to Spirit. And with this, we are grateful. We say thank you. Let's breathe that in just for a moment. Grateful for this space and our community here and beyond. And now, a tiny bit of introduction. We are a church that is over 100 years old, and we began in 1913. We are led now for the last 30 years or so by a board of trustees. My name is Carolyn Sheets, and I'm the president of that board. And we have 8 of us as a configuration of guiders and voters, and we are leading our church through our renewal. We looked after COVID at becoming a unity church because we thought that might help us find more members. And in fact, over study and time, we realized we wanted to simply renew ourselves as our own interfaith church. And so we voted. And right before our 2-year term began, all of us on this current board took on the path of renewal. And all of us, not only the board, but you, our community, have been courageous and steady in following our guidance in community together. Blessed be. And now, I want to read our statement of intent, which says a bit about how we lead ourselves because we no longer have a pastor since 30 years ago or so, approximately. We lead ourselves. We are fortunate to have a variety of speakers for Sunday services. By using guest speakers, we gain wisdom from all those who share. This is a church where we can worship the God of our own understanding, a place to experience joy and be uplifted, a place where we can grow in our strength and inspiration to share with all we meet through the coming week. We invite all of us together to celebrate our lives here and to nourish our spirits and enjoy the company of us kindred souls. Blessed be. And now, my friends, we'll have our first hymn. Number 327, led by Barbara.
All right.
And we will stand, and we will have our prayer cards ready to do our readings next.
I love because it makes me ready to live the life I am seeking when I'm completely unified through loving. The whole wide world joins me and loves. I love because it makes me happy in everything that I am doing. I'm one with everyone by loving. It's wonderful to love, that's life. I sing because it makes me ready to live the kind of life I'm seeking when I'm completely unified through giving. The whole wide world joins me and gives. I know I'm one with everyone by giving. Okay, sorry. I give because it makes me happy in everything that I am doing. I know I'm one with everyone by giving. It's wonderful to give, that's life. Okay, now sing, sorry. I sing because it makes me ready to live the kind of life I'm seeking when I'm completely unified through singing. The whole wide world joins me and sings. I sing because it makes me happy in everything that I am doing. I know I'm one with everyone by singing. It's wonderful to sing, that's life. Pray. I pray because it makes me ready to live the kind of life I'm seeking when I'm completely unified through praying. The whole wide world joins me and prays. I pray because it makes me happy in everything that I am doing. I know I'm one with everyone by praying. It's wonderful to pray, that's life.
And now, my friends, keep standing and use your prayer card, please. We're going to read together as it fits for each of you. We believe, the Declaration of Principles is what we're reading. We believe God is the eternal source and creator of all and is present in everything. Our eternal soul, endowed with free will, strolls through every lifetime. Communication occurs between the physical and spiritual worlds. Prayer and meditation strengthen our connection to the divine. All healing comes from Source. Seeking this for ourselves and compassion for others suffering is the highest priority. Because we are all one, what we do unto others, we do unto ourselves. The choice of love is always open for every soul. Living these principles leads us to grow in divine love. And a breath, my friends, and a breath. We're going to flow on down to our church affirmation. It's just a moment. We have just said our principles. Some of us agree with them full-heartedly, some not, but we are guiding ourselves in a general way in these principles. And now our church affirmation will read together. We totally accept the belief that God is in charge of the affairs and direction of Lake Superior Interfaith Community Church. As our thoughts of trust and joyful anticipation join in harmony with the thoughts of all the members of this fellowship, we attract the right ministerial and leadership and people to our spiritual community. And we are grateful. Thank you. You can be seated. I want to do a few more introductions now. We are a church founded originally as a spiritualist church, which in 1913 was emerging, and our pastor was a medium. And mediumship has been a thread and a part of this church since then. The pastor we had for about 50 years was a great medium. And when he retired and we took on the reins ourselves to lead ourselves with our board, we still have involved ourselves with mediumship. And so today, different than an exact medium who brings people through directly, we have our monthly conversation with our partners in spirit. And that is because we have Barbara with us. And we're so grateful. She's an incredible channel, and she will channel a message and take some Q&A with our partners in spirit, who are many of our former members who passed over. And that includes our Reverend Hutchinson, and it also probably, maybe already includes Harley Blake, who just passed recently, a member of this church for a long time. I'm guessing about 20 years from when he arrived in Duluth to when he moved away. And so we will have that as our speaker today, our channeling through Barbara. She will also do our healing meditation. And we are unfolding into more mediumship. We have a workshop that will come up again in September on mediumship with Emily Christensen, who lives up the shore in Two Harbors. And she's helping us have more understanding of that field. So we are continuing these traditions. And now, a few announcements. Harley Blake we're going to hold a celebration of life for Harley Blake this coming Saturday, August 10th at 10 a.m. And it will be presided over by Reverend Kim Lutke, long a member of this community, has served many roles, and continues to do work in our community in various ways. And she is going to lead this service for Harley's celebration of life. All are invited. It starts at 10, and all of our members of the church, and we're also letting the information go out through our Facebook event from our church, and also through the two newspapers, local newspapers, the Reader, well, the Reader isn't quite a newspaper, but it is a version, the Reader and the DNT. So that is something we're all hoping that all of us who would like to and have the opportunity at that time space to come and hear and share our stories about Harley and our appreciation and celebrate his life. It'll be followed by refreshments downstairs. And so that's next Saturday. And then I also want to mention that on the last the last Sunday of August, our church picnic. And we'll be grilling outside on our parking pad, and then we'll have a nice potluck inside, and we will have a long tradition carrying on of having a church picnic. There were years where we left the church and went to a park or something, and at this point we've chosen that it's very good to be right here and have our service and then have our celebration with each other of a wonderful picnic. And also I want to point out that because time is going so fast, on September 22nd, on the equinox, we will again have a drumming. We will again have a potluck and a burning ceremony for attracting like-minded people to our community, to our church. And we also have Dan Rogers has a new book about, and a member of this community, has a new book on his conversations with angels, and he will be on that day also leading an after-lunch discussion of his book and updating us on that book. So that'll be at 12:15 or 12:30 that day, September 22nd. And I wonder if there's any other announcements that somebody would add that I'm able to give them the podium for. Well, with that, then we will turn to our healing bowl. Prayers are welcomed anytime, all day, all night, every day of the week, with placing a prayer within our intention. And we will now ask for anybody who would like to add to the prayers that would come forth and ask for any prayers they'd like for somebody.
First, I would like prayers for a friend of mine, Laura Tonkin, who's had a lot of heart issues and stuff, and now she found out she has throat cancer. I mean, she just found that out, and so prayers for her journey. It just breaks my heart. It's like things happen. And but on the good news, prayers, and I mean for Marky Mark, he's doing so good. And he called me yesterday. He said, "Well, I just have the attic to clean out now." Whatever. And his family's there working, and he's very, very, very happy to be moving to where he's at up in Millitrunk or someplace. I'm not sure yet, but he sounded great. So that's my little update on our Mark. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you, Carol. Our first name was Laura. And we can say prayers of celebration for Marky's recovery coming along so well. Anybody else?
So I just want to say prayers. My ex-husband's wife passed away on Wednesday, and she had a long, long history of cancer. I just found this out. Her first cancer was when she was 27 years old. She had 7 cancers over the course of her lifetime. So she suffered a lot. So in a way, her passing was a blessing, but it's still going to be hard on my ex-husband, Rick, and my daughter, Amber, so, and of course, Karen's family, too, so prayers for them. Thank you.
And her name again?
Karen.
Karen. Thank you. Anybody else? I wish to ask for prayers for Julian, who was long a member, well, no, not so long, but while he was in town after he found us, he was absolutely here every Sunday and bringing food and helping with all kinds of projects. And as we know, he has moved to Chicago to be near his family after his time in a recovery unit for anxiety and suicide. And so he's doing well. However, he has asked to stay on our email list and to have prayers when we think of it. So let's hold Julian in our hearts. Also, a, s- s- a s- a strong cancer journey going on for Flip Arculari, whose family has been part of our church in various ways for many, many years. So that's Flip. And then also, I realized that we haven't been thinking about Virginia. And she came to our church, newly moved to Duluth, and she attended sometimes. She had health issues, and now she has, we have lost contact with her. We believe she's probably in a nursing home. And I realized we certainly could be lifting Virginia up in prayer, and that whatever is evolving for her, we're supporting her and remembering her. She was very happy to have a spiritualist church, as she thought of us, in Duluth. So that's Virginia. And then a couple weeks ago, we had a representative from the Gospel Union Mission here for our speaker, and she was guiding us with wonderful stories to understand the many, many facets of what it's like to be the unhoused, the homeless, the ones that are on hard times right now in our culture. And I realized that she was here because that's the one outward commitment we have chosen as a church community to embrace, to pay attention to learn about. And I realized we have not been, through me, we have not been praying for our community in Duluth and then really all over the world for people without a home. So let's add the great, massive community of the unhoused in our community of Duluth and Twin Ports and then around the world. And with that, my friends, we will have some silent prayer. And then Barbara will come in for us and lead our guided meditation, healing meditation, and our channel today. Oh yes, we do sing in the silence. Thank you, Carol. I asked her to help me remember, and she did. It's 74. Amen.
So let's settle in to our seats and put your feet on the floor, close your eyes, and turn your focus inward. We're going to do a few box breaths this morning. 4 counts in, 4 counts hold, 4 counts out, and 4 counts hold. And we'll do 4. So take a breath. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Now do 2 more at your own pace. Now imagine, if you will, a gravitational wave flowing from the center of the earth up through and into your heart chakra. And then imagine that wave going through your throat chakra, your third eye, your crown chakra, out into the heavens until it becomes one again with the Earth's electromagnetic field. And sink into that electromagnetic field. Become one with Mother Earth's electromagnetic energy. As you feel yourself flowing up over the Arctic Circle, back in through the North Pole, back down into the center of the planet, to the source, to begin again. Inhale into your heart chakra and exhale out into the heavens. And inhale as you go over the top of the Arctic Circle into the North Pole, and exhale into the source to begin again. And as you keep breathing, become aware that you are one with the entire earth. When you get to the source, imagine being a part of all of the mathematics that are going to make up your universe. And as you breathe into your body and your heart chakra, feel yourself in this physical world, separate but still one. Connected to everyone. You're in this room, everyone that's in your community, everyone that's in your family, everyone in the world, separate individual expressions of compassion and God, unified at the source. And feel yourself one with that electromagnetic field of the earth. Now bring yourself into your body and bring with you the memory of all those other parts of who you are. The source, the body, the electromagnetic field, the earth itself. This is unity. This is compassion. Let yourself be the compassion that you are. Feel yourself connected to every human being. Be in awe, be grateful, be silent, just be. Be one. So we will command that only the most divine light shine down upon you at this time, and the greatest good be present here. We come to you today with a singular intention, and that intention is to inspire you to use your imagination to set an intention that you are going to embody the truth of the wholeness and the unity of who you are. You have come to the planet as instruments of creation. You are creating your physical body that is then projecting and perceiving the entire universe. For without you and your physical body here, there is no separate world. Only those who have physical bodies experience the separation in this physical way. It cannot be experienced fully without those bodies. So count yourself as incredibly blessed to be a part of the creation process, starting with you. Do not underestimate the power of love at work, just creating your human experience. It is the greatest creation that there is, for it allows for the expression of God. Never forget that. Every day, do not underestimate the power that you have. Not that you have to learn, not that you have to morph into, but that you are right now, forever and ever. And as you join that truth with your human mind, you increase your ability to have an impact upon the creation of this world. And you all know that if you linger in thoughts of dread, sorrow, and degeneration, that is the universe that you experience. So give yourself the flow of compassion to wash all emotion into the unity of God. There is no emotion too big to feel, too hard to handle, or too degenerative to move through your body. Emotions are the power of who you are, made up of compassion of God, directing your intuition to take that next step for the good of the whole, starting with you. And in this realization, meet the place in your intellect, your ego, that needs the most inspiration, that needs the most aligning, that needs the most humbling before the awesomeness of God. And when you leave the physical world because your body goes, you take with you, like the negative of a photograph imprinted upon your energy, all of the experiences, all of the choices, all of the trials and tribulations that you had while in your physical body. And the many, many lifetimes that you have been through this process are all designed to align you to the truth of who you are. For some humans, it takes merely 1 or 2 lifetimes. And for other humans, it is a longer, more intricate, intimate study of creation, life after life, afterlife, and afterlife, and afterlife. And in that process of living and dying and living, there is no set rule except love. And until you learn to love yourselves, you will be in this cycle, learning, always access to the unity, but on your own, so that you can willingly and intentionally use your free will to embody the truth. And it is that separation between the truth of the wholeness of the unity and the mind that is separate. It is that unification that is the most important. So whether you have a body or you are in the hologram of who that life had been, it is always about opportunity to unify, grow, and love. And no one is left behind. No one is left out of the process of love. Some choose to have more lives. Some are extroverts and want to have many lives with many people. And others are more seclusive and prefer to work inwardly and quietly in the realm of spirit. There is no right or wrong. It's all leading to the same end, that of unification. And so, as you're here with us in this beautiful state of suspended awareness, you're in the physical world, but you're also in the spiritual world. feel that unification now and the expansion of your spirit coming awake on all parts of who you are, not just in the physical world, but in all the spiritual parts, together as unified fields. And if there was anything that we would want to inspire you to do today, it's to remember to set this intention every day that you're going to live to the fullest of your capacity as an instrument of creation. And ask yourself, what are you going to create today? And set that intention to create the highest good, starting with your own self-love and self-care, and then turning that love that you've perfected on yourself to the world around you. And we guarantee you, every day, you will be given an opportunity to exercise that creative love in your life. There will be no shortage of ways where you can make a difference on the world instead of waiting for the world to make a difference on you. You become the love. You remember the truth. You do this every day with your breath, with your open heart, with your critical thinking, and your discernment of your powerful mind. And that is our message today, because through all of the lifetimes that we've been here with you, this is what we've all been doing in our own way, with our own details. And how blessed are we to have the opportunity to speak with you again in this fashion. And so we would like to know if anyone would like to have questions or any kind of conversations, if there is any concern on your mind that we can help with, that we can give you any insight, please step up to the microphone.
I wonder if Harley's there with you yet.
Harley is here and he's resting. There is a transitional period of processing some of the suffering of life and waking up, so to speak.
Cool. Tell him hi for us. I'm sure we can all do that in our own hearts.
Yes.
Well, I have a slightly related question, and I don't expect, nor do we have time for a long answer, and it's a big question. However, we're all used to hearing about near-death experiences, I think, by now, and how wonderful the stories are that people come back with of the love and the light. And a couple weeks ago, Steve talked to us about how many people may not make it through that smooth transition. And I'm sure it's a complex story. However, I wonder if you have any words for us about how we can prepare our own selves for a smooth transition to afterlife.
Yes, and in those uneven transitions, those who have suffered greatly in life, and they take this negative of, and we don't mean not positive, we mean a photographic negative that gets sort of holographically implanted on the energy. And so when the body dies, the energy takes that as its, what we could say, identifier. And in the same way that every human is here coming to have life and death again, it's the same journey. It doesn't change in that sense, that there are souls who have to now deal with that imprint. And how they do that is a variety of ways. One is the natural healing of compassion when you get to that place of what you call near death. We call afterlife, where you experience the wholeness that you are with the universe, and there's a kind of a jubilation that you feel. But when you have these imprints, it's not that the jubilation isn't there, it's that you're not in the capacity to experience it fully. And so there's the natural healing power, there's the power of how all of you in life got through suffering and suffering experiences, where you called upon friends, where you called upon prayer, where you had to feel and breathe, where time had to heal you. And so there's all kinds of ways, and oftentimes souls are suffering because they don't let go of the physical world. They don't let go of the physical form of their families and friends that they left behind when they left their bodies. And they attach, and that keeps them confined and the suffering continuing. So how to best facilitate the best death is to learn to detach while you're still alive. And we've often said this, that if you learn how to let go of everything before you're dead, including your own life, you become like the Buddhists. You become unattached, so that when the time comes to let go of your body, there is no imprint that follows you. And there's a much more open, expansive, love-filled experience, rather than if you're trying to hold on to a physical world that really no longer exists. So take care of yourselves emotionally. Do a spiritual practice that encourages you to detach from the details of life. Put yourself through various sorts of meditations and exercises where you face your death, face your own death. If there has to be crying and tears and missing and acceptance and acceptance and acceptance, this will also affect your life while you're still here. It will make you freer and lighter and more in the flow and less in the past, less in the future, and right here, right now, in the present moment. Does that make sense?
Thank you so much. What a beautiful answer. Amen.
Hi. I have a friend I grew up with since she was 5 years old. We were 5, and she ended up. Okay, I have a friend who recently passed. I've known her since she was 5 years old. She got polio back then, epilepsy, whatever, and they're in the state of Washington. Her son's daughter and son-in-law came to my house and showed me the video of her funeral, and then the son-in-law said, "I saw her spirit as she left her body. She was this little girl with pigtails and dancing all over the place. She was such joy, and she was in so, I mean, I have goosebumps just thinking." He spoke of that at this funeral, as I saw on the DVD. She never complained her whole life, but she ended up with Alzheimer's, and I was told it's because of the drugs for the epilepsy. And so if you're in Alzheimer's, you've already let go of everything because it's gone, right?
Mm-hmm.
She just went to the beautiful state. I just want to share that because it still hurts my heart. So,
Yes.
thank you.
And she is indeed the freedom of the experience of death and being back to being the girl who danced. is that's her spirit now, and she's with you like old days. All right. Okay, good. Namaste.
Thank you. And we will now have our offering, my friends. Yes, we can. I'm going to get this for you so people can hear you. While you give us a prayer, please, Jerry.
And so I ask each of you now to come into your heart and your spirit. Take a deep breath in. This is who I am. And feel that light, love, peace, and joy. And feel that with all of us here together now. We are spirits of the universe together in life and love and peace and joy. And as we feel it together, we are filled with all of that energy. Light, compassion, love, peace, and joy to be together in the oneness of spirit. With gratitude, thanksgiving, peace, and joy together, always and together. Amen, amen, amen.
Thank you, Jerry.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for your offerings to our church. And now we will have our last song after my saying a benediction for us.
Page 190, Wonderful Words of Life. Let me
And you can stay standing, please. As we go out into our week, may we breathe through our hearts, radiate through our hearts, and may we shine. Morning, noon, and night, shine out to each other and live as one with our Creator. Amen. And come on forward if you wish for our great circle.